Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's Matt Cook, and I'm here with Jonathan Green. How are you doing, Jonathan?
I'm ready to feel the mayhem. I'm feeling good.
It's the Men's Mayhem Hour. It's so much fun. Everybody is sending us more and more questions and stuff. So you can submit a question right now just to go to getrapidhelp.com and send a message, a question to me, Matt. It'll give you an option to send something to Matt. And I am a health and sex researcher, and I've been doing this for 25 years. I have 700,000 newsletter subscribers. I've helped tens of thousands of men, including U.S. congressmen, priests, rabbis, regular people, famous musicians, sports figures, all sorts of people. And Jonathan Green is lives now on his tropical island. Before that, he was one of the most famous dating coaches in the world. And between us, we try to create a lot of men's mayhem each week. So we hope you'll keep joining us and have some entertaining and maybe a little bit interesting things that you'll discover. So let's get right into it. I'm going to ask you this question first, okay? And then you can ask me a question. So
Okay.
this is someone said, she says, my fiance doesn't want me to call him daddy anymore, okay? It's just like the kink is over somehow, okay? So I'm 26. This is the woman talking. She says her fiance is 27. And they started this sort of like, I guess this is a common kink. She called it DDLG dynamic, which I didn't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
I'm pretty sure it's dad, little girl. That's my
Oh, okay.
guess.
Okay.
That's a
Good.
guess.
Okay.
I
And
was reading
she
that
says,
myself and going, doodle.
she says, I'm not an age play, but it's kind of fun. Like he'd hold my face and go, are you going to be a good girl and do the dishes or whatever it is? And so we started doing all that. And, I could give him my cute face and say, please, daddy. And he'd oblige. But somehow we had a bunch of turmoil and stress moving across the state, almost breaking up, all sorts of stuff. And we haven't been intimate for the past month or so, maybe once or twice. But that's about it, despite my attempts, okay? When we were, she said, it kept slipping out. And then every time I get in my head like, no, don't do that. He doesn't like that. Stop it. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, she says, any advice? Anyone else going through anything similar? How did it, what happened?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Daddy doesn't like it. Daddy doesn't like it.
I think there's so many kinks out there that it's really hard to believe that lots of people are going through something similar, but I'm sure, if we brought in the
I'm
scope,
going through this exact one.
Okay. All right,
This
well,
one,
there you go.
that's why I thought I had this one to be my first question too, because a couple of weeks ago, I said it to my wife as a joke, and I did not like it. It was so horrible, and she saw how uncomfortable I was. So she said it a couple of times. It's just like
You said to her,
so.
are you daddy's girl or something like that? Is that
I didn't know if I said that. I said something like "call me daddy," but I was like kind of joking, and then she did, and I go, "Oh, I don't like this at all. Like it's horrible." So, um, we also have 4 kids, right? So I think that it's one of those things that's okay if you don't have kids, right? But it's like if you do, then it gets weird because there's other people that do call you daddy, right? So
Yeah.
it's very. I've never heard it from 2 people that are the same age. I thought it was like more of a he's a little older kind of thing, but I got thrown off when she says, I like him to call me daddy, but I'm not into age play. I don't know what that means. Like that threw me off.
I think you are in age play. I think that's kind of the definition of it. Maybe.
Well,
She said
maybe
it's
she means like
softcore.
I don't
Maybe
make
it's not
him.
hardcore. Maybe she's not in
Yeah, like
diapers
he
or
doesn't put
something.
me in a
So
diaper, but
yeah,
he
yeah,
does spank me. But
yeah.
so here's the thing. They've established a pattern and it's really hard to undo. What happens is it's careful what you wish for, you might get it. And if you're doing something for 3 years, here's the thing. He probably stopped liking it a long time ago and took a long time to finally say something, right? So to her, it's just the transition out phase. At least she's trying to stop doing it, right? But it sounds like it was a
Mm-hmm.
big part of it, and it's like 24/7, and it was like more than a kink. Like it's not a kink because it's every part of their lives. It became a defining component of their relationship. So my feeling is like you just have to, once you establish a rule in a relationship, it's hard to take a step back. It's really
Mm.
hard to hit undo or unring a bell, and that's what they're trying to do. But she's trying to do it. I mean, it seems like they're on the same wavelength. She's trying to stop doing it. And I think that he's got to like bear with her. Like it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. I don't know why she's written such a long question when they're trying to do it. But also, there's a lot of other stuff in here,
It's
like that
much
she
more.
wrote about,
I
like
was going to say it's much
we're
more
in
than the question.
therapy. We're in
Yeah.
therapy. We did pre-marriage counseling, which I recommend. But it's like, but your relationship's on the rocks. Like there's a lot of other problems that are happening. Like she talks about, we almost broke up, and then this and happened, and so I feel like what's actually happening is this daddy stuff is a mask for the real problem, and that's what's more important. Because she says her last thing she said is like, I'm hoping that the desire to interact in that way will come back because it
Yeah.
hurts. I can't call him daddy anymore. So there's something else going on. It's
Yeah. Yeah, they're
like,
kind
let
of
me ask you
breaking up.
this.
They're coming apart. That's really what's going on. So this is a
Well,
symptom of that, basically.
you have nicknames and pet names for your wife, right? Are they the
Of
same ones
course.
as when you guys first met?
No, we've talked about there's an evolution. Not at all. They're not the same.
Yeah.
They've changed. Yeah.
That's what I mean. So to me, evolution is normal. Like the way I see my wife now is significantly different than 11 years ago. 11 years, long time. It's almost about to hit 12 years. So the nicknames and the language and the way we joke has changed significantly. So it's the fact that she's like, oh, he wants to change nicknames is like, it doesn't seem like a big deal. So there's got to be something else going on. Like if my wife was like, don't call me this nickname, call me a different nickname. Like I think, okay. Like it would be a transition period where I get used to the new nickname, but it wouldn't be a big deal where I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
really. So this is a fetish for the girl because it has more
Okay.
power. So
I think it's more than that. I think it's longing for the relationship to be good again. And it's like
okay.
that's a symptom of okay, it's breaking up. They're not.
So when things were good,
calling.
I could call him daddy. Now that things are bad, I can't call him that anymore. Okay,
Yeah,
that
she
makes
feels
sense.
sad about the relationship. It's
Pretty good
all
at this.
falling apart now, and that's the end of the relationship, basically. So we long for what we had once. This is also one thing brought to you by the sponsor of this is our wonderful company, Feral. Remember, you're just one spray away. Feral is an attraction cologne with animalic accords that women can't get enough of on a man. So you want to have every advantage and edge that you can. And they'll give you a free bottle. You just have to help them out with shipping. Go to attractivehabit.com. So